In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 NBA teams ever. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. Let's start. Number 10. 2015 to 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers of the 2015 to 2016 season are now ranked 8th on the list of the greatest teams in the history of the NBA. This club is the first and only one in the history of the NBA Finals to come back from being down 1-3 in the series and win it. The Cavaliers had a rough time of things during the previous season, as they were eliminated from the NBA Finals by the Golden State Warriors in 6 games. The team matured both physically and mentally over the 2015 to 2016 season. Both LeBron James and Kyrie Irving have found their scoring groove, as seen by their respective 104.3 point per game averages. The Cleveland Cavaliers' run through the playoffs was nothing short of spectacular, as evidenced by their victories against the Atlanta Hawks, the Detroit Pistons, and the Toronto Raptors on their way to the NBA Finals. There, they are confronted once more by the formidable Warriors, who this time are led by the all-star triumvirate of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. The squad was trailing by a score of 1-3 but nevertheless managed to come back and win by a score of 4-3. They have made it onto this list because to the brilliance that they have achieved, something no other NBA club has ever done before in the league's history. Number 9. 1966 to 1967 Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers of the 1966 to 1967 season got off to a flawless start and went on to win the championship for the entire season. The Eastern Division contender is like a well-oiled machine and is led by Wilt Chamberlain, who is in charge of it. Mr. 100, the notable leader of the squad, averaged 24.1 points and 24.2 rebounds per game, putting him in the double-digit scoring range. Chet Walker and Hal Greer, on the other hand, are also impressive scorers, averaging 19.3 and 22.1 points per game respectively. With a crushing victory of 4-1 over the Boston Celtics, the Philadelphia 76ers were able to successfully dethrone the 8-time defending champion Celtics. They took the NBA championship in better spirits than ever after claiming it with a 6-game victory over a San Francisco Warriors team that was struggling. Number 8. 2000 to 2001 Los Angeles Lakers. You are going to eliminate them from this list when it comes to the statistics of the regular season for the 2000 to 2001 LA. On the other hand, given the team's performance in the playoffs, they have earned it thanks to their domination. On its cross-country run through the Western Conference, LA was victorious over every opponent it faced, including the top-seeded Portland Trail Blazers, the Sacramento Kings, and the San Antonio Spurs. During the NBA Finals, Shaq posted an impressive average of 33 points, 15.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 3.4 blocks. This season is also a good time to analyze when Kobe became a true superstar for the first time. On their road to winning the NBA championship, Shaq and Kobe Bryant were undeniably dynamic as a team. During the 2000 to 2001 season, however, they began to establish themselves as one of the greatest matches in the history of sports. Number 7. 1986 to 87 Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers of the 1980s and 1990s, which featured the likes of Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy, are widely regarded as one of the most legendary teams in NBA annals. They kicked off their dominant NBA season by winning the Western Conference Finals and going all the way to the NBA Finals. 7 different players on the team's roster scored in double figures at some point during the season. Many people still refer to this group as the Showtime Lakers because of its ability to run at speeds never before seen in the franchise's history. They were victorious against all of their rivals and earned a spot in the NBA Finals, where they will compete against difficult opponents in the Boston Celtics led by Larry Bird. Both sides competed in 6 exciting matches, but Los Angeles emerged victorious. During that season, Magic Johnson was also named the most valuable player of the finals. Number 6. 1990 to 91 Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan won his first NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls team from the 1990 to 1991 season. Their performance in the playoffs is truly devastating, despite the fact that their regular season victory totals are not particularly spectacular. In the 1990-1991 season, the team finished the Eastern Conference with an 11-1 record, claiming victories over the New York Knicks, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Detroit Pistons. Moreover, they triumphed in the championship series by sweeping all 5 games against Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers. The 49-point margin of victory throughout the course of the winning streak is tied for 8th place in finals history with the Milwaukee Bucks victory in 1970-71. This season also serves as the ideal beginning for the dominant pair of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, thanks to the unique supporting group. Number 5. 1985-86 Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics squad from 1985 to 1986 had a lot of talent and showed why they should be considered one of the best basketball teams in NBA history. Not only do they have an outstanding record during the regular season, but they also have 4 players who have been named most valuable players: Larry Bird, Bill Walton, Robert Parrish, and Kevin McHale. Bird was the outstanding performer on the team, averaging 25.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. However, every other member of the Boston Celtics was also playing at a high level. In general, it seems as though the rotation is almost as good as perfect as the rotations. In addition, the Celtics were able to annihilate the competition in the league en route to 67 regular season victories and a championship victory by a score of 15-3. Number 4. 1971-72 Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers of the 1971-1972 season are strong thanks to the leadership of 3 brilliant Hall of Famers who are performing consistently well. After winning one with the 76ers in the 1960s, Will Chamberlain wanted to win another NBA title with a different team. At the same time, Jerry West was at the peak of his game and led the league in scoring for a record 11 consecutive seasons. In addition, the contributions of Gail Goodrich, Jim McMillian, and Happy Hairston have been critical to the success of the franchise. These 5 players are the primary contributors to the 69-13 record and third-best simple rating system in NBA annals for the Los Angeles Lakers club. Number 3. 1970-71 Milwaukee Bucks. Despite the fact that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is just in his second year with the Bucks, he was able to earn the Finals MVP by a large margin. The Milwaukee Bucks of the 1970-1971 season were led by scoring machine Kareem and included 4 other studs who averaged double figures in scoring. They swept the Bullets in the NBA Finals after winning all 66 games throughout the regular season. They were also victorious in the postseason, dropping only 2 games, and they advanced past the formidable Los Angeles team to reach the semifinals. A convincing argument can be made for the 4th spot on this ranking of the greatest teams. Number 2. 1995-96 Chicago Bulls. However, according to Scott Fujita, the Chicago Bulls squad from 1995 to 1996 finished in second place, despite widespread consensus to the contrary. The Chicago Bulls are the first team in NBA history to win 70 games during the regular season while also taking home the championship. Michael Jordan is the only player to accomplish this feat. They led the National Basketball Association in simple ratings, defensive ratings, offensive ratings, and overall ratings for the season. 11.8 was the second best mark in league history. The highlight of the show is undoubtedly Michael Jordan, but Scottie Pippen is the ideal complement to his game. When it came to the knockout stages, Chicago came close to dominating the competition. They edged out other teams with 12.1 points out of 100 in possession, the 4th best playoff network ranking of all time, and they led 15-3 on their route to winning the championship. Number 1. 2016-17 Golden State Warriors. We are confident that you will acknowledge that the 2016-17 Warriors squad is the most dominant NBA club in league history. When you put 4 superstars like Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green on the same squad, you end up with a formidable combination. One may argue that they played exceptionally well throughout the regular season, and yet they still managed to win 67 games. After the first round of knockouts, they started giving it their all from that point on. With a record of 16-1 in the postseason, they tied the Lakers team from 2001 for the most impressive postseason record in the annals of league history. Don't forget, in comparison to other teams, this one boasts a very strong defensive unit. What do you think about our video? Let us know in the comment box below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Thank you.